Hello friends and welcome to Tutorialspoint. Today we are going to talk about create a structure for success when it comes to email writing. So let's find out what it is about. First, forward, that is to CC and BCC, the use of CC, the use of BCC, urgent mails, high importance and low importance mails, and at the end we'll see a conclusion on this. Forward, that is to CC and BCC. We all know whenever we are writing an email, we either forward it or we either carbon copy it or we keep it as blind carbon copy, right? So let's understand why. So whichever format they use, the moment you press on click on the new, you get all these three options. Now to is used when you are addressing the recipient, direct recipient. It could be one or multiple. A CC, that is a carbon copy, is used when you want to address the message to the others as well. That is, you keep a certain set of people to be informed or just in the loop. While the blind carbon copy over here is used when we have to keep the receiver in the dark. So when you're using to and CC, all the email addresses can be viewed by the recipient. But when you use a BCC, the recipient's email ID and everything is been dark. That is, nobody knows that he or she has been marked in that email. Nobody will even come to know their email addresses. However, they can still view your conversations. So let's understand the use of CC. That is the carbon copy. Now this is used when you want to address to multiple people. We can use to either for 4 or 5, but there are multiple people that you want to send across the same email. That is when we use the carbon copy. At times it happens at workplace that we want to report to a manager. We are talking to our colleague regarding a project and we just want to inform or keep our managers informed. That is when we put them in CC. Similarly, when you want to apply a leave, we directly write an email to an HR. But we keep our managers in the loop or vice versa so that they have been informed as well. Going forward, what's the use of BCC? Now one must strictly avoid using BCC because the recipient is kept in the dark. So even if you're sending across an email to a group of people at carbon copy and you've addressed certain people in BCC, these people who have been marked in carbon copy would not know that there are other people who are viewing the same email and your conversation. So one must avoid using this. Urgent mails. Now every time you know so many mails are urgent and we want to address the issue then and there. So how do we do it? So when you're writing urgent mails, we need to use a clear and direct call to action. You need to keep the writing in brief. And you should also mention the timeline or the deadline. When you write a clear and direct call to action, the receiver knows what is to be done. It is again not left for the receiver to sit and interpret and understand as to, okay, what should I do now? No. When it's an urgent email, we come straight to the point. Going forward, the high and low importance email. It is very important to mark these emails because at times when you are sending an email, you know it's important. But at the receiver's desk, if you see, he or she can just view the subject line and that's all. And he or she can decide as to which email has to open when. But it becomes easy when you start marking your emails with high importance or low importance. So every time you're writing an email, make it easier for the recipient to understand how important your email is. If your email requires immediate action, please mark it with high importance email marking. That is, it could be signed like this. But if you know the email that you're sending is not so important or is less important and can be addressed later, please mark it that as well. So that the recipient knows that, oh, I need not open that email now, I might see it later. So that it also saves time for the recipient. Doing a conclusion on this topic, please ensure the email address that you are sending across is correct. Could be in to or CC. When you're doing carbon copy, see to it that you've addressed multiple people over there, because that's a platform where you can do so. Avoid using BCC. And before you send out an emails, if you want your email to have immediate action and is of high importance, please don't forget to mark it. That's all in this topic. Stay tuned for some more videos. Thank you so much.